In 1963, a scandal of epic proportions rocked the British government. The proportions were those of Christine Keeler, a popular party girl of the swinging early 60s. More than a quarter century later, the sensational story is the subject of the movie Scandal. John Hurt plays the social climbing Dr. Stephen Ward, who discovers Christine and introduces her to his elite circle of friends, including then British Minister of War, John Profumo.
From everything that I know, that he was introducing her to pleasure, really. He believed in pleasure.
And Christine was quick to learn. Soon she was sharing her secrets with fellow showgirl Mandy Rice Davies. The 19-year-old Keeler and 16-year-old Rice Davies made a game of the power their sex could wield over rich and powerful men like Profumo.
I'm going to be all yours, Jack. Whenever you want me.
I wonder for how long.
As long as you want me.
And when I'm gone? When I'm in Leicestershire with a room full of boring old coals, where will you be then?
I'm going to buy a present for my mum. It's her birthday.
Here. Buy something for me.
But while she carried on an affair with the high-ranking British official, she was also sharing her favors with a Russian diplomat, who turned out to be a spy.
He got too wild. I mean, for Stephen. I mean, Stephen could cope with society, but he couldn't really cope with low life as well. And Christine wanted a bit of everything, really. But well, God damn it, she was 19. I mean, she was, as I say, she was the absolute image of the new sexually free girl.
After Ward kicked Christine out of his house, she sold her tale to the tabloids. The model, the minister, and the spy made headline news around the world.
It was a field day for the press, of course. It was looked at with a certain amount of amusement and a great deal of relish, because it was one hell of a big scandal.
Profumo was forced to resign in disgrace. The government then focused its anger on Ward, convicting him on morals charges. But before the verdict was announced, Ward took his own life.
I think that was more than he could stand to live with. I mean, he was no hero. He wasn't a very powerful, strong man. I mean, he had many faults, but he wasn't a criminal.
Keeler herself soon faded from the public spotlight, coming out of retirement only recently to advise actress Joanne Whalley-Kilmer and the filmmakers of Scandal. But still, there was pressure on the filmmakers and Hurt not to drag the story up after so many years.
Well, that's all very well, but I mean, not to drag it up means that Stephen Ward is still left without vindication. And if the film has any single point that you could choose for the making of the film, it would be the vindication of Stephen Ward's name, which was bitterly and appallingly used.
Scandal, the story that rocked a nation and seduced the world.
This month on Cinemax.